Future water? What the f does that mean? Hey, I'm Ben. I'm a huge fly fisherman, and today I'm gonna explain what future water is and why you should be thinking about it all the time. First, I'll talk about how this applies to fishing from boats because I'm a grown-up. Let's start with floating a river, like for trout or smallmouth. We're talking about stripping streamers or drifting flies here because nymphing from a boat sucks. So, future water. If you're ever in my boat, I'm gonna tell you to fish the future water, the water that we haven't gotten to yet. I'm gonna tell you over and over to fish ahead of the boat, future water. Well, why though? If there's one thing that sticks in your noodle after you watch this video, I want it to be this. The fish are scared of the boat. Let me say that again. The fish are scared of the boat. You should always be thinking about that and fishing your fly accordingly. You might be saying to yourself, but Ben, I've had plenty of eats right next to the boat. Cool, me too. But you know what I've had more of? Eats far from the boat. So if you can't get your fly out in front of the boat into the future water, then just try your best to get it far from the boat. Okay, now let's talk about working a shoreline either with a push pole or trolling motor. Doesn't really matter. Maybe you're working a mangrove shoreline for snook or riprap for bass. You're blind casting and methodically working the structure. Well, the same rules apply. The fish are scared of the boat. Fish the future water. Fish ahead of the boat. This means don't cast perpendicular to the boat 90 degrees to the shoreline. Get your fly out ahead of the boat where the fish are a little less aware that there's danger nearby. Now let's switch gears and we'll get out of the boat with the peasants. I'll be honest with you here, when I think about future water, it's strictly based on the boat, so I had to use up a couple brain cells to make this relatable to the bankies. But I've got it. If you're working a creek or a river, you should have a plan. You're not fishing the future water, but you're thinking about it. Like, okay, I'll start in this shallow spot and then I'll move out deeper into the hole and then I'll start working upstream. And make sure to get right around that rock really well. That looks like a good spot. Have a plan. And not just for how you're gonna fish it, but for what you'll do if you hook a fish. If you're rock hopping boulders, you need to think about how you're gonna get down to the water to net a fish. What if you hook a fish in a tail out and it runs downstream, but you can't go after it because there's a tree in the way or you'll get cliffed out or something? How are you gonna land that fish? You should be thinking about this stuff before you even make a cast. It's not exactly future water, but you get the idea. Anyway, the fish are scared of the boat. And that's it. Thank you for watching another one of my huge fly fisherman videos. I will see you in the next one. Until then, trust your gut and stay huge. It's like fishing in the future, man.